It's no secret that Mario has taken quite a few mushrooms, but does he have a drug problem? And are the mushrooms even those kind of mushrooms? Well, figuring out if Mario is taking magic mushrooms is a little bit complicated. I mean, when he eats one, is he actually doubling in size, or is this just some sort of hallucinatory perception? Well, it's worth noting that there is currently no known fungi in the world that would cause such a reaction, so we're left to assume that Mario is in fact hallucinating, which is a property of eating mushrooms that are psychoactive. He also eats mushrooms that apparently give him the impression that he can die and then come back to life. This has caused him to engage in lots of behaviors that are pretty dangerous, like jumping over pits of lava. These types of delusional beliefs can also accompany taking psychoactive chemicals. In fact, much of the fantastical environments in the Mario games could be explained as hallucinatory experiences. Though Mario lacks some of the other criteria of hallucinogen intoxication, such as slurred speech, blurred vision, incoordination, his psychotic symptoms are severe enough that I think we can safely say that he is intoxicated. So we know that Mario is using psychoactive mushrooms, but does he have an addiction? Or does he just use them recreationally? Well, there's really two different levels of drug problems, substance abuse being less serious than substance dependence. Mario doesn't seem to have developed a tolerance to mushrooms, that is, he takes one mushroom and gets the same effect each time. If he was building a tolerance to them, then he would need more and more mushrooms to get the same effect. He also doesn't really have any withdrawal symptoms. However, it should be noted that hallucinogens typically are not physiologically addictive. That is, the body doesn't become addicted to them, like with heroin, but a person might still become psychologically addicted to them. Using mushrooms do seem to have some adverse effects on him, though. As I mentioned before, he's playing around lava, he's jumping over bottomless pits. He probably wouldn't do these things if he wasn't high on mushrooms and hallucinating. Even though the mushrooms create a lot of problems for Mario, his drug use probably doesn't rise to the level of substance dependence. But what about substance abuse? Well, it seems as if Mario's mushroom habit has caused a big problem for him in his occupation. I mean, he's a plumber who doesn't plumb. It looks as if he's gotten ready to go plumbing, put on his overalls, but then he takes some mushrooms and his work ethic just goes down the drain, or down the tubes. This behavior is kept up for quite some time. This isn't just like a one-time thing. So it looks like Mario does in fact meet criteria for hallucinogen abuse. Well, that's it for Mario. Overall, he seems to be pretty well functioning and put together, but he's got a few problems to iron out. Well, make sure to subscribe and tune in next time, though, when we will talk about Princess Peach. Why is she getting kidnapped so often?